Hello and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Hello, Lucie.
How are you today?
I've been up all night going over these JFK documents.
God.
You know me. I'm a big what do they call that? Like a JFK bug.
A big grassy knoll buff.
I'm a grassy knoll. I'm a cricket in the grassy knoll. I just love. I don't even care that much about it. I'm not particularly patriotic, but it seems also just kind of like a big ball. I mean, we watch JFK the movie. It feels like a big, like extravagant ball. Like you're at like a nice like a soiree, and all these different characters. There's the mob. There's the guys who work for the O&I.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. But when you watch JFK, it's like once O&I, always O&I. It's like, what?
There's some kind of gay orgy in the middle of it too, right?
Yeah, there's multiple gay orgies.
Yeah.
I mean, that movie, I based most of my life on that movie one way or another. So this is a big day for me.
Do not forget your fallen king.
Do not forget him. This is... we're going to get to that in just a second. Remember, while we're here, why don't like and subscribe? It doesn't take anything. JFK would have...
Nothing to you.
JFK would have done it. It is nothing to you. Like so many nickels falling through your hands. Is that how the expression goes? Like so many nickels that I spit out of my mouth. And you forsake me. But no, you like, subscribe, the notification bell. That's how democracy manifests. Through just notify yourself about all the podcasts, including me. Also, we have a Patreon. Patreon.com/RayCump. You get an extra episode every week. So there's that. Now that's out of the way. There's no time to waste. The JFK, this is something that Trump has been talking about for 8 years.
Yeah, he's been teasing it.
He's been teasing it. He said he was going to do it last term, right?
That's right, yeah. Along with the UFO stuff.
Right. And also...
he's the great declassifier.
Leprechauns.
Yeah.
What about leprechauns? We just had St. Patty's Day. Can we get a little leprechaun action? I'm not saying that they walk around in green suits and, with pots of gold, but, they might be chewing through wires. My internet's always shoddy. Maybe we have a leprechaun in the sewer, just chewing through a wire. Just a small Irishman. Yeah? He's from, where are those towns? Kerry? He's from Kerry. This small Irishman who bites through my wires.
I wonder if we have any docs on the chupacabra. I want to know if the chupacabra is real.
The chupacabra, isn't that like a Mexican rat?
It's a Mexican rat monster, yeah.
Yeah. That's my kind of country. It makes a rat into a character. We don't really have, what do we have? Like Uncle Sam?
Yeah, Uncle Sam.
Is that their Uncle Sam? Probably not, right?
Rosie the
Riveter, she was fake too. Mm-hmm. I mean, is Chupacabra like their patriotic symbol, or is that just something? Do they have it on the flag? I don't
think that Mexico has the Chupacabra on
I'm
their
not
flag,
trying to take a shot at the Chupacabra. I'm just very ignorant. Well, I'm in Mexico.
Chupacabra is their president.
That would be. I mean, honestly, if I believed in Chupacabra,
I don't mean because she's Jewish. Mexico's that weird country that has the Jewish woman as the president randomly.
Okay. Jewish people are all over the place. They're thriving. I guess. Good for them. Now, what you grew up in the shadow of the JFK mythos. What we all have different levels of deep dives that we've done. This was like for some people back then this was their 9/11 or their Standing Rock.
Yeah, everybody says they can remember where they were when it happened. Most of them are liars.
Do you think the Kanye and Taylor Swift thing counts?
Yeah, I remember where I was when that happened.
I don't remember where I was when JFK got clipped. So I guess Kanye wins that round. What is your, what, if you had to kind of summarize your view of there's so many different theories, so many magic bullets and etc. What where are you coming on this?
I mean, I kind of have been convinced that it was a mob job.
A mob job.
That they made him take a little fish nap with a bullet.
Fish nap? You made him take a fish nap with a bullet? Interesting. That's interesting.
They gave him cement shoes in the form of a bullet in the head.
I'm gonna make some cement shoes straight to the bullet. That's a great. I'm gonna give you cement shoes, and the shoes will be inside you. That's actually great. So, what do you think they? What was their motive?
Well, didn't they help Bobby Kennedy get elected, help JFK get elected? And
yeah, well, the
Kennedy's?
Chicago outfit, I guess. Sam Giancana got basically got the rumor, I guess you'd call it, is that he handed Kennedy Chicago,
right,
with a bunch of dead people on the voting rolls. That's how they do.
I'm getting this. I'm getting all of this from the movie The Irishman, and I don't remember it very well. So
yeah, and then at one point, like Oswald's kicking Kennedy in the head, but he seems like he's old. He's like 85, and then his daughter hates him because he just keeps freaking hitting grocery clerks every time they yell at her. It's just very. Yeah. Go see The Irishman on Netflix.
And the whole time you're just wondering, why didn't they just cast a younger actor to play the younger Robert De Niro?
What I love about that is Scorsese. Oh yeah, and just put his head on it at least. If you can just Photoshop his head onto just do it in Photoshop. I don't care. That was atrocious. But the thing, if you haven't seen The Irishman, it's got a lot. It's a mob movie, but it's got a lot more JFK assassination material than you'd think in this 3.5 hours or whatever. And they show Howard Hunt, the infamous guy who was involved in that and Watergate. I think Ed Harris played him in the Oliver Stone Nixon movie. Mm-hmm. And what's great about Scorsese is the one contribution he has to the whole JFK thing is like Howard Hunt had big ears. He's kept fixating on the ears. I guess this is what the guy told him or whatever. The weird guy who said he took Hoffa out. I didn't like his ears. Right, but what else? He's also... Dumbo. Okay, I'm a field agent here. I'm doing things. So you think the mob? So you think he helped them out, and then what? Like just they betrayed him because Bobby?
Because they went after them. They ended up going after them. Right?
Yeah, Bob. As Attorney General, he decided to bite the hand that feeds him.
That seems plausible to me. Like in the past, I've basically been.
I bite the hand that wipes me.
When people say that, that it was that, I mean, the other big theory is basically that Allen Dulles planned the whole thing, right?
The CIA, but Allen Dulles specifically was fired before the assassination, after the Bay of Pigs, right? Because that was a big. There's so much to this. What are we? History boys. But yeah, the Bay of Pigs was a failed re-invasion or counter coup against Castro, and then Kennedy left him out to dry because the CIA tried to just basically force his hand on it. Right. Usually that works. I've been reading the Robert Moses book, The Power Broker. He didn't write it, but a lot of his stuff. One thing you can learn in life is just do stuff. Just try to jam it through. Mm-hmm. And once you start, very few people are going to stop you. Kennedy was one of the few guys who's like, hey, hold up. You got guys on the beach and Cuba. What is, no, stop it. Well, we already paid for it, boss. Like, no, you're fired.
Have you ever seen any legitimacy to that theory? Have you ever...
100%. I think he absolutely was involved. Yeah. Him and I think both of them. I mean, that's the most likely thing. I do think that, probably some other, politicians at the time. Johnson was probably involved. George H.W. Bush was involved. I think Carter might have been involved. And I've never read that anywhere, but I think maybe Carter was like a deep cover agent. Jimmy Carter.
Really?
Yeah, because everyone hated him, so he must have screwed up something real bad. No one just hates a peanut farmer. But he couldn't get nothing done. I'm telling you, he probably was involved in that whole... He was probably with the whole Marilyn Monroe thing.
You think he was there?
I think he was filming when Jack. Everyone knows how I think about what those two dumb brothers did to Marilyn. I think Jimmy Carter was playing with his peanuts the whole time.
Oh God, that would be so dirty.
It's filthy.
I mean, considering that this guy is famously pious, right?
Yeah.
The biggest sex scandal he ever faced was that in Playboy he admitted to looking at women with lust in his heart. but imagine if he was there filming while this drug-addled Marilyn Monroe is getting plowed by the Kennedy brothers. That would be so scandalous.
I'm gonna give you some advice, ladies. I'm gonna give you some advice.
Yeah.
If you're at the club and a man comes up to you and says, "Hey, lady, nice rack," that's one thing. And yeah, you can like it or not like it, whatever. If a man comes up to you and says, "Well, look at you, I feel lust in my heart," you're going into a mass grave. There ain't no coming back. I mean, you might as well text what you want on your tombstone to your mom. And that's dark, but I mean, Jimmy Carter is going to get his tonight. But yeah, so I mean, I just don't. I mean, you can't tell me that Marilyn Monroe's not involved in this.
Right.
I mean, what are these documents? Let's see what they actually gave us, because I got a feeling that we're about to get hosed. But let's see. Why don't you read some of this?
The National Archives on Tuesday released thousands of pages of declassified records related to the assassination of JFK in 1963. The records were posted to the National Archives website. Most of what the government released tonight is not new. In fact, much of it has attracted attention on social media and in news reports, has long been in the public domain.
Wait, what do you mean not new? That was the whole point, was it was new. I guess this bones the whole idea that I was not reading them. I lied about that. I didn't read any of these things. I tried reading them. I'm getting older. I can't. They're all squiggly. These documents, they're all scribbled.
Oh yeah, they're all in awful handwriting.
I need someone to put this on a Kindle for me. I need some. I can't be scrapbooking who took a shot at my fallen king. I can't be using what am I, a calligrapher in reverse? No.
Yeah, this is why transparency is overrated. You know, because it's just they'll just dump a bunch of shit on you and be like, "Go ahead, sort through it."
Yeah, this is your life now. More questions.
So, several of the newly released pages detail how the CIA went about tapping telephones in Mexico City.
And tapping that ass.
Between December 1962 and January 1963 to monitor the communications of the Soviets and Cubans at their diplomatic facilities, which Kennedy assassin Lee Harvey Oswald visited in the months before the assassination.
Okay. What about Maryland?
The previously redacted pages spell out specific instructions for CIA operatives on how to wiretap, including the use of certain chemicals to create markings on telephone devices that could only be seen by other spies under UV light.
If I want to learn spy tricks, I'll watch Ben Affleck's Argo, okay? I don't need this. I need to know who took the Irishman out.
Also, imagine all the messages are spelled out in their cum.
They're just dropping ropes. Read my rope, bitch.
For decades, the CIA has urged the continued secrecy of these details out of fear that they would reveal the methods of the agency's spycraft.
What you guys? I mean, this is we had the whole Watergate church hearings or whatever they were after Watergate, where they're holding up trank guns and admitting to MK Ultra. You had your thing. Well, we didn't want people to know that we that friggin' let me who's that guy? Who's that foreign guy? Who's a famous foreign actor?
The Rosenbergs or whatever.
No, an actor, not famous killer. Oh. Whatever. That were using friggin' Jimmy Savile as an operative. You think Jimmy's the real in real life? We always think about James Bond. The real spy is probably Jimmy Savile. Mm. I mean, the guy in England who hosted Double Dare or whatever it's called over there. I know it wasn't Double Dare, but it was some other English talk show with kids, and he was he was having a bountiful feast of sin. If you know what I mean, ladies.
The material shed new light on U.S. covert activities in Cuba. Under unredacted text of a June 1961 memo on the CIA sent to Kennedy by aide Arthur Schlesinger Jr.
So this sucks.
Yeah.
Let's scroll. I can't. I mean, more. Is you see anything here? As U.S. Embassy in Paris, for example, Schlesinger wrote that the CIA has even sought to monopolize contact with certain French political personnel. This is not juicy.
The thing is that you're never going to find a handwritten note from Alan Dulles saying, I killed it, but I'm glad. Like, you know.
I want there to be I want a paragraph that says, and then we sent Steve to the grassy knoll and said, if we miss up there in that book building, then you take him out in the grass. And then we put Jimmy over by the fence. Said, Jimmy, don't you hold the hoagies, but just in case, maybe you come out with a snub nose to the to the limo and take out Jackie or something. I want juice.
Dear Diary,
yeah,
can't wait to kill Kennedy today.
A.D. It's Anthony Davis. RFK. I mean, is there anything here? Like, RFK's killed, famously killed at the Ambassador Hotel. But so then we read Peppa Pig books to Sirhan, and that triggered his is that MK Ultra switch? Is that what it says? I can't read this. These glasses are not good. These aren't reading glasses.
An intelligence document from 1968 discusses how RFK's assassination stoked interest in his brother's assassination.
Stoked?
What?
I'm picturing watching like him in like get shot next to a shrimp cocktail in the kitchen. I don't know if it was on TV, but whatever. But you're standing there watching your dishwasher, and you're seeing that happen. You go, I never really did read the Warren Commission report. I really should. I meant to. I should brush up on that. This is nonsense. This is all a big nothing, huh? Is there anything good? This is the end. RFK killing. The JFK is what I'm worried about. Whatever. I haven't been this let down since the Iraq War. When he ended it. What else is going on? I mean, this is. They
could have at least had the decency to release the sex tape.
Yeah, the sex film.
Yeah.
The Super 8. Spielberg shot, Kubrick shot it. Maybe that's the myth. Everyone's like Kubrick's involved in Kennedy in the moon landing. Maybe he just took out Kennedy. That's the thing. It's like we want you to fake this. No, just fake this Zapruder film. That's how good Kubrick was. Kennedy actually died in Arby's. I mean, where do we go from here? Do we have hearings? Do we try to get Jimmy Carter's wife to go to jail?
Yeah, I mean, who would be held responsible for it at this point?
Rosalind Kennedy.
Rosalind.
She the one they gave.
Or is that Rosemary?
I don't know the one who was touching
Rosemary.
herself, so they gave her electroshock.
Yeah, like there is this Kennedy sister who I think you could actually read her diaries and she's pretty smart, she's not like she's kind of sexually active, but that seems
right. She's like, I have a crush on a boy, so let's just zap her. We don't need this.
I'm gonna take half your brain out.
I think she's going after some Italian boy. I don't know. Just come on. This can't be. Oh, politics, how they used to be. So simple. Speaking of people taking shots and the president, whatever, Hunter Biden, his Secret Service detail is being ended. Trump is ending it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know. Everyone is so. I didn't know that the kids kept getting Secret Service.
I don't think I knew that either.
And and people seem to want, he's got 18 people, Hunter Biden. Basically, he was on a trip to, well, let's bring this up, I guess. Where's it say he was?
Hunter,
Yeah.
South Africa.
He was in South Africa. Trump was very upset that he was in South Africa. He's 18. People seem to really want the Secret Service. Like, there's this myth that I always remember seeing that, like, when you watch The West Wing, the kids are always trying to dodge the Secret Service. And, like, people seem kind of annoyed by it. CJ, the press secretary gets one because someone threatens her at one point.
Right.
Mark, the guy from summer school, Mark Harmon, NCIS. And the point, and she doesn't like having them around. But in real life, this tells you something. No one ever turns down protection.
No.
Agents. We know how the rich people know what's coming. They know what's out there. They know what they're doing. And it's not just because Hunter's shady. Everyone who's close to the reins of power in this country knows what a raw deal is being put out. So there's like it's like it's more important than a bank loan is to have fucking 15 armed guys watching your every move.
Absolutely.
This is what they're telling you, and Trump is basically shutting it off. This is I'd be like, well, I care. I can wash my own balls in South Africa, but apparently Hunter Biden he knows that people are coming at and it's not.
Also, he knows that those guys probably they're not gonna tell anybody if they see you snorting coke.
They're snorting it with you.
Yeah, like it's like.
What do you mean? Don't tell anyone we did this. Or we are bullet that lands in you.
People at that level of power know that.
There is a theory about Kennedy where basically one of the Secret Service guys got drunk the night before. And they were all just hung over.
Oh shit!
And one of the guys accidentally shot him. I think he basically they might that theory might have Oswald shooting, but in response to the guy lifts his gun up and just freaking accidentally. And there's some ballistic.
I could totally see that.
That's probably the most likely thing. It's just that some guy, some klutz, some not fat me. He's just running around sweaty. Oh no! If I have to go to the bathroom, and then you hear a noise, and you just go, oh, and you freaking just take the top of his head off. Like, oh no! You imagine the sinking feeling you have knowing that as a Secret Service guy, you just took a shot at your client.
That's amazing.
You saw I fucked up real bad. Oh man, that's totally.
So is it wrong that I kind of hope that's what happened now?
No, I mean nothing. There's no one's bringing them back. So yeah, I do. I hope that's what happens.
Somebody needs to make an Oliver Stone style movie about that happening.
Just a klutz. Just have that guy from that Paul Hauser guy who played Richard Jewell. Just have him not get in shape at all. Just play a Secret Service agent. Hope he's still fat. So yeah, I don't know. So what's interesting about this story? What was where's this quote? You see it here about South Africa and stuff.
Oh yeah. This is from Trump. He is currently vacationing in, of all places, South Africa, where the human rights of people has been strenuously questioned.
Trump. He's currently vacationing, of all places, South Africa, where the human rights people have been strenuously questioned because of this. South Africa. I mean, I look. Some days I have it, and some days I don't. I gotta make it bigger, maybe. These glasses make it hard. Because of this, South Africa has been taken off our list. This. I mean, you can't tell me it's not more entertaining than some guy doing Trump properly. So I mean, I watch his SNL, and yeah, the guy's talented, but what is the, this has got to be. I have character here. Anyway, what does he say? He's in South Africa. He's been taken off our list of countries receiving economic and financial assistance, referring to executive order he signed last month. Oh, this is because he's mad because they're taking the land back or taking land from white people in South Africa, which I don't believe in, reverse, whatever you, reverse racism, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's we don't need to be clawing land from people. That being said, South Africa's. I mean, these South African these Afrikaans. What are they? What were they? Are these just the guys who had? Maybe they're not. Maybe they were fighting against apartheid the whole time and fighting against slavery. But I just assume these are just like instead of like the Civil War, which I guess what happened here too. Everyone just stayed where they were. You would have assumed after apartheid they would have gone home, but they still owned the cornfields, I guess. It makes for bad blood. I'm not gonna. It does seem that's the only people he cares about besides Americans is South Africans and Israelis.
Yeah, totally. But also like, I don't know, what kind of loser would try to assassinate Hunter Biden? It just seems like you're not really.
You don't need the A squad.
Being ambitious.
Well, I don't think we should encourage anyone to. I don't think you are, but yeah, I don't want to lay a gauntlet down for anyone. I think these people. I just don't see
what change could you possibly usher in by killing the crack addicted son of the demented last president.
You're thinking like this is their like there's some like valedictorian at like at Yale, and he's like, I don't have enough like extracurriculars or whatever to like I need more clubs and more things to round out my resume. Like maybe if I did this. No, it's more like why would a guy go on Jerry Springer and like say that his mother was a baby is a hooker? Like, it's like why would any. This is not we're not getting like some guy. This is not Leon from the Professional. It's not Jean Reno. It would be like a slob.
Yeah, I guess so.
Why would the world's best assassin come in? No, that's not what this is.
Also, I didn't even realize that Biden had a daughter. I've never heard of Ashley Biden before this.
Wait, isn't that just Hunter's wife?
Is it? Oh, is it?
Oh no, you're right. It's a daughter. Or is that Bo's wife, who Hunter also filleted or whatever?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is the this could be the daughter-in-law. No, it says his children.
Maybe she's a cousin from California. I don't care.
Well, maybe they had sex too.
Whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you think that the Secret Service protection should be weaponized? As a president, like if you're gonna do all this other stuff, do you think this is like par for the course now, or is this off limits? You think?
Well, I don't think that if you're weaponized in what sense? Like I don't think you should be allowed to use the Secret Service to murder a political enemy. But
nor do I. I meant more like he's cutting their protection theoretically early. I mean, I don't. They're out of office. I don't know how long. I mean, this is the movie Garden Test. Where you honestly, get it for life.
Of all the things that he's done, this is probably one of the ones that I'm less outraged about, just because I do think the Biden family can afford security. Stay
in Delaware. How about this? How about you stay in Delaware? I mean, why is the presidency worth anymore? It's like there's no sense of service in this country. There's no sense of duty. It's like I'm the president, but I still want to go to like Thailand every year.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe save the taxpayers a few bits.
Right.
Maybe only go to Sri Lanka 3 times a year. It's just doesn't Delaware have like a nice Dave and Buster's?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do.
And I'm sure they have some refreshments. Yeah, we don't need to be doing
this. Put an umbrella in your drink.
I think there should be one guy for the president. That's all you need. You just need one guy to jump in there. And I don't mean just jump on him, but I mean just grab him. Like Jack Bauer from 24. You telling me Trump wouldn't be better off just having that guy instead of that fat Melissa McCarthy who fell on him when he got shot? Like actually have like a real top of the line guy who's just ready to throw him to the ground and start shooting. Yeah, and oh my God, he's killed 6 people. No, he shot one woman 6 times. She wasn't involved. It doesn't matter though, but it's still a deterrent. Yeah, we just don't point the camera in that direction. We don't see who he hits. But someone with a little I could do the job. Oh, but this is the one time. Yeah, who's getting a bullet through me? I just show the biggest freaking cannon of a bullet you ever seen. A hole the size of Ohio in my chest. But no, whatever. I mean, I think we're just spending too much money in general on Secret Service, on planes. So whatever. I agree.
Yeah, they can afford to hire some ex-Mossad to watch their house.
Yeah.
And I don't think that anyone's gonna. I really don't think anyone's gonna get to the Bidens at this point.
You think they're bulletproof?
I think they're bulletproof. I think that Biden's brain is so decomposed that a bullet can't actually hurt it.
Right, this is Hunter Biden's.
Oh wait, did he end it? Did he not end it for Joe Biden too?
No, I don't. I think that would be a bigger story. I mean, he wants to, I'm sure, but I mean, like it would be a little bit of a. I think we can accept the ex-presidents having Secret Service. No one wants to see an old man who used to be the president, just like beating the dead with sticks. You need to have a few guys. I'm not saying they're the A team. They might have gotten a few dishonorable discharges in the mix. Whatever. They might have a few, the Deweys on their jacket. But yeah, this is whatever. I mean, these are rich people's problems. Hunter Biden's got rich. Is that the word? What's the term? What's the expression?
Rich kid problems. That's first world problems.
Something. I don't know. Coke. Whatever. Moving on. This is an interesting story. Harvard is going to make tuition free for more students. $200,000.
200. Well, that's if you make less than 200 grand, right? Or your family makes less than 20.
If your family, right?
Yeah.
So if if you're a trad wife, or what's that guy, a chud? A chad?
Right.
Yeah, if you're a chad of a man, your wife just does dishes all day because you just won't stop having little plates of toast and cupcakes. My wife is always
you like having a tea party every 3 hours.
I like those mini cupcakes, and my wife knows this. I say, go to Costco, get me trays of those mini cupcakes, and I'll just kind of call out like mini cupcakes while I'm watching like Steven Universe or Hill Street Blues.
And
I'll yell at my wife, get me mini cupcakes.
And one thing that I have to do or you get very angry is put the mini cupcakes in the oven and then take them out.
Right.
As if they're fresh out of the oven. Because otherwise the illusion is shattered.
Like it's not, I mean, like, it is nice having them warm.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not like a cat who when you leave the house, or a dog, when you leave the house, I think you're dead. Like I understand. You're not tricking me that much, but it's nice to have it come out and be warm. And yeah, I do fantasize that they were baked fresh just for me. Mm-hmm. Is that so wrong? Do I not deserve that?
I think you do, yeah.
I deserve a lot. And I'll pay for my sins. But lower income people may not be paying so much for Harvard. How about that? So yeah, this is after, I guess, affirmative action was deemed a liar's game by the Supreme Court. They said you're playing a liar's game with this affirmative action, and you got to stop it. And so now they're doing this. So I guess they want more minorities in the mix, and they think they can cast a net with having cheaper no tuition. Mm. So if your parents make less than $200,000 a year, they will not have to pay for you to get rejected from Harvard because they're not going to let you in. There's going to be 3 people get in for this price.
Right.
It's no one wants more. They want diversity, but they don't want this kind of diversity. They don't want poor. They want people who check a bunch of boxes and happen to be. They don't want me when I was in college, who just would just sit in his car, during math class, and just try to fix his the cut in his thumb. Back when I had this scar, I cut my thumb open at camp one time, and I had this scar for years. It's healed now, but I would just pick at it because I didn't want to go to class.
You think that's why you didn't get into Harvard?
I don't know if it has to do with money, but yeah, I couldn't afford Harvard. And I feel like if it was free, I would have gone. I feel like if Harvard was free, I would have gone and just tried to do film studies and failed because I didn't do my homework. What I mean, the Ivy League is supposed to be. How about this? if they really want diversity, if Harvard really wants diversity, shut down. Just shut down. That's the thing.
Just shut down all the legacy Ivy League schools.
Yeah, what makes us not diverse, quote unquote? Because I mean, the people the college doesn't change who's bumping, who's knocking boots, and who's popping out, right?
Right.
It doesn't change demographics. The diversity is who's in the. How about we just get rid of the gates of power that the Ivy League creates?
Oh my!
How about Brown Brothers Harriman has to recruit out of Suffolk Community College for a change? How about they got to recruit out of Pace? You know, no more Yale, no more Skull and Bones.
Right.
You know, the CIA has to like go University of Phoenix and make and try to develop an app with them to recruit people because they can no longer go to friggin' Hartford, Connecticut, or whatever the hell. New Haven, wherever Yale is.
That's a great point. I mean, these institutions kind of exist,
right,
to favor the elite,
to mold you.
That's why they. I mean, even if you are kind of like a nerdy kid,
right?
There's actually kind of a great book about this called "I Am Charlotte Simmons," but Tom Wolfe. That's about like the kind of like the two sides of an institution like Harvard, where it's like, yeah, you could be like a nerdy kid and do really well in school and be from a poor area and get a scholarship to Harvard, but you'll still never really be part of that club. Like,
right.
It doesn't exist to serve you.
It's like the Saltburn thing, but like they don't even let you come to the house and suck on the toilet that he was sitting on. Mm-hmm. Right? That's what happened in Saltburn. He was his friend who invited him to stay at the mansion in England. Mm-hmm. He after he went to the bathroom, he sucked on the toilet. Right?
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Or the shower.
Yeah.
Do you not remember this?
Yes, I do remember this. Yeah, he was sucking up all of his bath water.
Bath water, right. Yeah. They don't let you do that. That's a myth. You think I don't got to be part of the upper crust, but they'll let me suck the bath water, right? I just want to do the thing in Saltburn where I just suck a rich guy's bath water out of the drain. I don't need a degree or at all. Or I mean, but I definitely don't need to be like, at some investment bank. Just let me suck a stream of Jacob Elordi, right? Let me just suck his stream.
I just realized I liked that movie, but was it just calling poor people parasites?
Maybe. And who's to say they aren't? I mean, when I was poor, I've sucked on that. Yeah. Why not? I mean, you think you think for a second, everything else is nicer, right? Like the bed's nicer, the my bed at home, the eggs are nicer. The armoire. It's fabulous.
Everything smells good.
Maybe this kid's bath water is just top of the line. It hydrates you, like when you ever drink aloe vera water or whatever, the aloe drink.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that, but no, it's just scum. Rich people's pipes are old. Oh man, but yeah. What do you think? Is Harvard the worst perpetrator of this class warfare?
Yeah, Harvard, Yale.
Right.
Yeah. What are the other ones? But I don't know. But that whole Ivy League system.
I think everyone should have to go to Juilliard and do ballerina shit. I think if you want to get and then you can go everything real should be in the graduate schools. Everyone should have to become like a dancer. Mm. That's my plan. How about that for diversity? You make everyone dance, and then we can all dance and not feel weird about it. You don't think it'd be harder for people to hate each other if they're all doing the electric slide as some kind of race riot? Mm. Imagine Charlottesville, but instead of torches, they're just, they're doing the cha-cha slide. I think people would just find ways to connect.
I mean, I think that if everybody was a ballerina or a danseur.
What's that?
It's a male ballerina.
I never knew that.
It's a ballerino.
Wow. So a danseur.
Yeah.
What language is that?
I think French.
Doesn't make any. All right. So you are a ballerina, and you are a danseur. You just combine the words dance and you? Yeah, kind of. Men get the short change.
It seems like some combination between the word dance and connoisseur, maybe.
Ballerina is a much nicer word.
Yes.
But, you know.
It definitely communicates more like the image you want.
Right. I'd rather communicate strength, you know, moral fortitude. But that's just me. So, I mean, I really, it seems to me that, like, you know, we put too much stock. You think you're getting a better education at Harvard than you get at the University of Phoenix? Or you're getting it, like, you know, at some community college next to a Dairy Queen? I don't think so. I went to community college for years. It was fine. No, I can't compare it to Harvard, but I've listened to the teaching company, those great courses, and like my education was just as good, and those are the best people out there. You tell me the teaching company doesn't hire people from Harvard? You know they do. They say I went to Harvard, and they're not that great. They're fine. They're just some lady. You think you're gonna go there and like learn from Obi-Wan Kenobi? You think you're gonna like learn the inner secret? You know what the inner secret? You know what, like what's that word they always use? Forbidden knowledge, not forbidden knowledge, or hidden knowledge, right? Esoteric knowledge. The esoteric knowledge is their dad's rich, right? And you know their dad is rich, and you get to study poetry and then sexually blackmail politicians later in life. That's your grail. Welcome to Harvard. Have you met Gary? He's really into poetry and he wants to talk to you. Hey, Gary. Gary works for the Air America or whatever those stupid things are. Those stupid CIA fronts. They're all shut down now, I guess. Whatever.
Have you ever tried to take any of Harvard's like free courses?
I've tried to take people's wallets at Harvard, and I paid the price. You know, those guys are actually, you know, you think they're all nerds, but a lot of them, they're not nerds. That's the thing. They're all just rich kids, and like some of them are very athletic, and they don't take shit. They don't view you as a person, so they'll hurt you. They'll keep hurting you on the ground, stomping you. It's just you think you think it's like it's the Archduke of Queensberry rules or whatever, you know? I'm like, put your fists up, but they'll just jump you.
Wow, you got stomped by Harvard kids?
6 guys.
Wow.
They're a bit tall. They're all taller than me. Rich people tend to be tall. Not all of them, but I mean, a lot of them. I mean, you know. Because they find a tall woman to make babies with, right? And they keep doing that. Right. It's like all these weird schlub guys, a lot, you know, and then they go, well, let's get her. Let's get Maria Shriver in the mix. Let's get, let's get Arnold Schwarzenegger to give us some babies. Right. And now they're on TV.
They want to breed with stallions.
They want to breed with Austrian stallions. That's what they want. But the people who have like and I'm just labeling the Kennedys and Harvard as one thing, which it is, right? Is there anything more indicative of Harvard than JFK? So the Kennedy family, look at the Kennedy, Maria Shriver, they got Schwarzenegger in the mix. You think those same people want to like teach poor people how to read Proust? No, they want to take this Austrian maniac who I love, and they want to turn him into a stud horse to give them a viable candidate. Finally, it's been 30 years since they had a viable candidate. The Kennedys are coming back. I think the Kennedys might come back on the heels of this. If I was a Kennedy, I would totally use this. Not on the Harvard, on the documents thing. Right. But whatever. Anyway, maybe they'll do a thing like with the.
Oh shit! Is some kind of a Schwarzenegger super baby going to be our president in the future?
I mean, he's on White Lotus, right? That Patrick Schwarzenegger kid. Oh. Yeah, they act. They're famous. What do you think? He's going to be a baker? You think his kids are going to work in the sewer? Do you think they were going to I'd like a cronut, please, from this fancy bakery. Oh, your dad's Arnold Schwarzenegger and you're serving me a cronut. Never gonna happen. All right? He's a pampered television boy, as he should be. You think the Kennedys paid to have some guy hand you a cronut? They paid top dollar. For results. So good job.
I think that if you became one, you'd be the best professor at Harvard.
Look, there's that movie.
You're literally the kind of personality that the dead Poet Society was written about, you know?
Well, there's that movie more aptly, I feel like, about me. Yeah, you can think about Dead Poet Society, me with a bunch of young men, all these, like, you know, good looking, I guess, young men who are like prospects. And I'm like in there listening to me about life. And like, you know, and one time I filed my tooth down in a truck window, in a truck mirror with a metal nail file because I got it broke off while I was working in a potato bread warehouse. And they're like, interesting. It's very writing in their little notebooks. No, they're gonna have but it's more close to another film, With Honors, which is a film where Brendan Fraser and Joe Pesci, where Joe Pesci is a homeless man who lives at Harvard, and he basically blackmails Brendan Fraser by like taking his thesis.
And Brendan Fraser's thesis in it is something about how we should like annihilate homeless people or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, right? He's a tank. I don't know what you call those people, but like, I mean, look, he's ahead of his time. Back then it seemed crazy. Now it's like, well, that's extreme, but we need to do something. There's too many. We got to help people. I don't know. His idea was to like put them into some Mexico.
Yeah, I forget what he said, but it was just something like it was a very like stereotypical like why we shouldn't help the poor.
Right. Why I hate people. And Joe Pesci's the homeless man with a heart of gold. That'd be like me, except like there will be no life lessons. I'll just be stealing people's like theses and trying to publish them as myself, but I never take a shower.
Wow.
I'm just thieving. I'm trying to get one big idea.
That's very sleazy.
That's not a bad idea, honestly. It is sleazy. I agree. It's very sleazy of me. But I really do feel like, I mean, because in this movie, he's just trying to get like spaghetti from Brendan Fraser, right? There's like multiple scenes where he hands him a plate of spaghetti, and like, he puts him in a van in like in the winter.
Honestly,
outside.
That might be the most morally strange film I've ever seen.
Right.
Because like they set up Brendan Fraser to be this kind of callous a young man of privilege.
Right.
Right. And then the way his mind gets changed is he meets like Joe Pesci, and Joe Pesci is a homeless guy who's happy being homeless, basically.
Right.
Like, it's like,
Which is,
I don't know if that's the lesson we want to learn.
Well, he doesn't seem to, I guess he takes a few belts now and then, but he doesn't seem like a big drunk or a drug addict.
Yeah.
He's just in it for the love of the game.
Right.
He's just in because he thinks the game's rigged.
He's more of a drifter than an actual homeless.
Yeah, he's a hobo who's lazy.
Yeah.
He just stays in the furnace room at Harvard. But he still follows the hobo code.
Right.
Me, I don't have a hobo code. I'll take everything from you. I'll take your whole life. But I'd love to also be like a bad teacher at Harvard. But my like after class, after hours, I use my position to like steal from them. That's an interesting movie. That's what we need. We need teachers like that's how you get back. I'm not like a communist. I really am not. I believe in capitalism and the market and all that. I do, but I do think that the people gotta kind of from time to time take a little back. You can't be a punk. And you gotta have a back and forth. So teachers, and they're all whining now, right?
Oh,
teachers are all whining about the Department of Education and how they don't have jobs and that they don't have health care and that their mom died. Oh, they always complain about stuff, these teachers. So how about we put them to work stealing from the scions of wealth and power? Stealing ideas.
Yeah.
Imagine publishing a paper that you had John Nash in A Beautiful Mind. You took his thing. Imagine me trying to steal his thing, like some mathematician's thing. And I just copy it. And then can you do whatever? Can you factor it? I'm like, I don't know. I barely know what that means. I don't know what it means. I've heard the word factor. You should imagine them trying to have a trial. How quickly that would go if I tried to steal an idea.
I mean, if you timed it well and it was around the time he was going insane.
Right.
You might be able to get away with it.
This
guy's crazy. He couldn't have come up with this.
What do you think is a valuable idea I could steal from someone else? Like, what would they have? The next PayPal? AI?
Yeah, you should steal AI.
I just get a baseball bat. I'm gonna bring to class, and it's like stand up on your desks. That's what they did in Dead Poet Society,
Right,
right?
yeah.
Stand up on your desks.
Throw your books away. Stand up on
Throw
your
your
desk.
books away. Stand up on your desk. And then the first guy, I hit him in the shin with a baseball bat. This is how things are going. Give me stock tips. I want stock tips from your dad. I'm not playing around here.
It's so funny about that. I just see the kid after you hit his knee with the bat.
Yeah.
Right on the knee. Just
Right.
watching him collapse and,
Right.
and the desk fall over.
Oh, he goes flying 3 feet.
Oh, yeah.
And the rest.
You would fall so awkwardly if somebody just took
yeah.
a baseball bat to your knee while you were standing on a desk.
Oh, he's screaming. No one likes getting hit in the knee with a bat. Hopefully you only got to do it once. These kids, they're not. I don't think they're not Russian kids. They're gonna take. It's not like he's gonna be like, I could take it. No, you hit him once in the knee, and then we discuss yield, bond yield, or whatever. I just want to make a little money. What's wrong with that? You have everything. I say you have everything. These kids probably drive, Porsches and stuff, fancy cars. They drink only the finest wine. They have sex with exquisite women. So what if I hit him in the knee a couple times? take what's mine. Well, you just gotta take what's yours sometimes. No one looks at the Old West and goes, "Oh, we did something bad there." I mean, they talk about the Indian stuff, but that was only part of it. We're all, everyone's shooting each other, and no one's ever like, "Can you believe that in this country, we used to have people shooting women in dusty towns?" Or whatever. No one ever complains about the Old West. It's just accepted. People like it, right? Even like liberals and woke, and no one's ever calling for the cowboys. I mean, again, the Indian thing, but
bank robbers.
Yeah, we love Dillinger. So I mean, one day they'll be talking about me, the mythic professor who steal. I steal from the rich and get caught, like Robin Hood. What is this? When I say words March Madness, what does Lucie think?
I know it's a basketball bracket event.
It just started the other day.
But I don't really have any March Madness memories.
Every year, I think I should do something with brackets. And you're probably in a similar boat. If you listen, some of you might be. I like basketball, but I watched the last couple games. I know what the deal is, and a lot of you don't know anything about it. That's fine. I can't fill out a bracket. It's too much of a thing, especially nowadays, to have just for basketball. March Madness should be for, and I feel like it is for everyone, right? Because whether you watch basketball or not, we're living in the madness. Like this, March Madness is every day, right? Yeah. Like it's homeless people starting, an insurance company. It's what else is going on out there? You see the crazy things that are happening. I think we should make new brackets. I think there should be a March Madness bracket for the rest of us.
That's a great idea.
And someone who knows how to do brackets maybe, but we'll make our own. And we were late, but next week we'll start with the bracket. We'll figure out how to make this work. But I want a bracket for how I'm gonna die, who's gonna rob me, who gets maimed at the Olympics. Well, there's no Olympics now. What's something that could happen? An event.
Which stock will impoverish us?
What?
What will make us lose everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me, like me and you?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably just
which shitcoin?
Just gambling on horses, horse racing. That's just our little picadillo. I don't know how to make. I feel like maybe how would you, if you could be on the basketball court for one play, what would your move be?
Well, look, when you're small,
yeah,
one thing I've seen people try to do when they're smaller is kind of weave, around the legs of the bigger players.
Right.
But I think that I would just I don't know. I just bring a gun out there.
That's
start
fair.
shooting.
I would try to like fall in the way where you go 4 feet in the air and you fall on your back.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to do that next to like one of the like a very rich player. Well, this is college though, right? This is exactly what my life would be. I would do that at like a Gonzaga game. I would try to do a slip and fall at Gonzaga. I mean, Gonzaga's got money.
Well, now they can go on those apps. They can make some money on the influencer apps, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to do a slip and fall here. I'm trying to. Maybe March Madness should be us trying to do slip and falls at different arenas. These colleges have endowments, and they're not giving it to you, and no one's paying down your student debt. Maybe you gotta take things in your own hands. Maybe you gotta get a doctor, a quote unquote doctor on your side who can who maybe he bets on the horses and he'll write you some notes. And he'll say, oh no, he definitely fell due to negligence and he broke his Cossacks. Like, pay this man his money. I'd love to. Really, it's more of a March sadness, I guess. This is just March sadness. I wish it was warmer out.
Honestly, we might actually, since we've both been speculating that there might be some kind of crash coming. Yeah.
Oh, I've been saying that for 10 years. I'll finally be proven right.
Maybe we should do a bracket for which famous finance guy will throw himself off a building first.
The famous, the last guy to do that was the Bed Bath & Beyond guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe the guy, it's usually more CEOs, I think.
CEO, yeah.
Finance guys, they know how fake it all is. I'll make it back. I built this out of nothing, literally. I built this out of like a currency arbitrage. Whatever. Take it. This will be fun. No, like CEOs who are like, no, I just wanted to make a better Oreo by shoving, chemicals that whatever. Yeah. Those are the guys, a report's going to come out and say they did something. That, I pissed in the cookies. Whatever, the Keebler elves, there's arsenic in, something. I don't want to accuse anyone of anything. But my point is.
Right.
I don't know. I just feel like we could do something for this country. Something for America. Mm. What's your favorite spring activity? It's still not spring yet. I said it last week, and it's still not technically spring yet.
Yeah, it's a couple of days.
It always takes so long to get to spring. I'd love to get one of those like sprinklers.
I liked seeing the rose blossoms. That was a fun spring activity one year. Seeing the cherry blossoms and.
Where in Japan?
In Washington D.C.
Oh, you went to D.C.? You went to the swamp. And what were you doing? Who were you meeting with there? What lobbyists were you meeting with there, Lucy?
This was back. I think it actually corresponded with an Iraq war protest. I think that's why I was there. But you were protesting. I also saw that. But there were also blooms blooming.
Cherries. Yes. Yeah. Sure. Cherry trees are nice.
See some of those nice blooms.
You're talking about those pink leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I like it. I like going to the Coney Island boardwalk and just buying a bunch of hot dogs for everybody. Try to make friends. I like to go to Coney Island and buy like a bucket of hot dogs and just hand them out, and just start and hand them out. And then just be part of the community. And then someone's like, "Why is your leg bleeding?" And it's like, "I don't know. I just bought you a hot dog." People just never appreciate anything from you. You could be the king of Harvard, and they'll just think you're homeless. Well, regardless, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you
to the show. And remember, this is gonna be the new time, and we're all excited for it. And just make sure you comment and tell us what your March Madness activity will be. We gotta get better at this. Comment, maybe write me a paragraph about what am I doing? Just say something controversial. Hey, what do you think? I'm like, well, maybe if tell me your dad's name and then why is this so awkward? It should be smoother. I should be smoother. I should have gone to Harvard. All right, thank you very much. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, Patreon. Have a great week.